doing things that were never supposed to be done by the federal government in the first place. You look at the number of times in the last 2 years alone, or 2 to 3 years, that the action of a federal agency has been struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. So I think part of the project of thinning out the federal bureaucracy, that's less about the headcount expenses, and it's more about actually respecting the rules of the road in the constitutional republic.
DOGE is taking aim at illegal regulation. And now the second richest man in the world is asking, how can I help?
I'm very hopeful about this. He seems to have a lot of energy around reducing regulation. And from my point of view, if I can help him do that, I'm going to help him. Because we do have too much regulation in this country. This is the most important thing, a growth mindset. And we are the luckiest country in the world. We have all these natural resources, including energy independence. He's probably grown in the last 8 years. He has to. What I've seen so far is that he is calmer than he was first time and more confident, more settled.
The two richest men in the world are going to streamline the government to run it like a corporation. And now the third richest man wants in. Mark Zuckerberg just made a pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago to talk shop with Trump. And everyone's on notice. Executives from big pharma companies like Pfizer flew down to Mar-a-Lago this week to have dinner with Trump. And 47 brought a surprise guest. RFK Jr. came and sat down at the table with the big pharma executives so we can live fact check. Besides Maha, another topic of discussion, a cure for cancer. It was a 3-hour dinner, probably because of the fact checking. And as it wound down, we're told DJ Donald Trump pulled out his iPad and blasted Pavarotti. Meanwhile, at the FBI, agents are gearing up for a big clash with cash. Mr. Patel, Trump's pick for director, says he wants to turn the Hoover building into a museum for the deep state. And it's not going over very well.
Talked to a number of executives at headquarters who are absolutely have already polished off their resume as soon as Trump was named as winner of the election, and are out there actively pursuing other careers. Their chief concern, and what they're going to be keenly looking for, and we should all be looking for as well, is the degree to which Patel in that position is going to impact the field offices. The clash is going to occur rather immediately. It's going to occur almost immediately. And again, this desire to do away with civil service protections, I'm sure the Agents Association and other law firms are ready to go on challenging that.
Some governors are putting up a resistance. Gavin Newsom says he wants to spend millions to Trump-proof California, whatever that means. Other Democrats are saying, cut it out.
I do wonder what that means, the Trump-proof a state. Like, how do you Trump-proof a state in America? Like, what happens when you need the president of the United States of America for something? You know what I mean? Like, I don't quite understand what that means. You're thinking about the policy, because when you say things like Trump-proof, you're going to end up looking like a hypocrite when, you need the president for something, and you all in his face smiling and cheesing the same way, President Biden was after they called him a threat to democracy and all of these other things, and then he was like, welcome back. When it came time for the White House. When he came. So it's like, cut it out.
Even Bill Clinton says enough is enough.
I do think we should stop trying to criminalize politics. But on the other, I think we should, because obviously, and the people don't like it, and they're not going along with it from right to left.
Everyone's begging for mercy. Mexico, after getting threatened with a 25% tariff, just seized a record haul of fentanyl from the Sinaloa cartel. Trump hasn't even laid down the tariffs, and Mexico's getting their act together. Real men are back in D.C., and all the little critters are trying to clean up the mess before Dad comes home. But they want to throw one last pardon-palooza. They want Biden to toss a pardon blanket over the entire Capitol. Fauci, Jack Smith, Adam Schiff, even journalists. These jokers haven't even asked for pardons. Democrats are just assuming they'd want them because they know what they've done. And Biden's thinking about it.
I think that they're taking every opportunity here to explore the options they have left in the time that they have left in office to protect people who may be subject to that attack. So yes, I think it is absolutely a serious process they're undergoing.
Biden's leaving office in the wake of pardons, orgies, alcohol, empty office buildings, and bubble baths. What a legacy. Incoming Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller joins me now. Stephen Miller, should grown men be taking bubble baths? Grown men should not be taking bubble baths. They certainly should not be doing their work from home in a bubble bath. It's just so, it's so emblematic of the contempt that so many people in the swamp have for the people who pay their salaries. When Donald Trump is inaugurated on January 20th, and that new golden age of America begins, he's going to tell the federal workers of this country who are paid for by your viewers to get back into the office and do their job or find another line of work. You're not paying billions and billions of dollars for people to sit at home all day as federal workers, streaming their favorite shows on Netflix, lounging around in bubble baths, and doing God knows what else, but definitely not working for the American people. They're having orgies, Miller. They're having them at VA hospitals, on the clock. These are taxpayer-funded orgies. Things they are doing, other than working. And I'm sure there's a long list of things they are doing that would be very